Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Caroline Colas. I'm the Senior Director of Health and Wellness at the Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan, and your host on the Positive Psychology Hour, a series that we do in partnership with the Whole Being Institute. Today, we're going to be discussing and moving as we remember the body in positive psychology with Megha Nancy Buttenheim. This session will explore how our bodies can help us utilize positive psychology teachings through joy-filled and calming movement practices that can help us manage gracefully in a COVID landscape and post-COVID world. Be prepared to gently move, relax, and significantly increase your joy quotient. Megha Nancy Buttenheim is the founding director and CJO, which stands for Chief Joy Officer of Let Your Yoga Dance and Let Your Yoga Dance for Parkinson's. She's the author of Expanding Joy, Let Your Yoga Dance. Megha has been a faculty member and a teacher trainer at Krupalis since 1985 and has been the director of movement and meditation with Whole Being Institute of Positive Psychology since its inception. She's also a dear friend, and I welcome her to the call. Megha, thanks for being here, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me. And I'm just delighted to be back. Haven't been here since last June.
I know you've been busy doing some teacher trainings, right?
Trainings and this and that. And it's always a pleasure to be. I think we've gotten to number 16. I've done about 16 lunch and learns with you all, JCC and Whole Being Institute. So it's really a pleasure. And we're very much going to be moving today, to having a time to, in fact, sometimes get away from the darn Zoom screen, look the other way and really enjoy being in your body. So I'd like to actually start right away by
I'm going to let you take it away.
Having you turn away from your screen and you can either sit or you can stand. But actually, even before that, I'm going to ask you if you have a couple of items. Do you have water or tea? So if you do, make sure it's good. Thank you, Joanne. I see you're holding up your glass. That's excellent. The next thing is, do you have anywhere nearby? It doesn't have to be in your garage. You don't have to travel too far, but do you have an umbrella that you could get from a closet? If so, go get it. But if not, you can pretend you have an umbrella. All right. I know you might be thinking, what is she talking about? You will see later on. The other thing that you might want to have is a hat. Now, if it's a hat that isn't floppy, that's the best. But if you have a floppy hat, that's fine. So those three things: water, umbrella, and hat. And no problem if you don't have it, okay? So with that, I'm going to ask you to either stand or sit, and I'm going to do a little introduction. And as I do the introduction, I'm going to ask you to come right into medical Qigong, Chinese medicine. And there are 4 aspects of medical Qigong called self-massage that I'd like you to do while I'm doing this intro so that you can actually do a little multitasking. All right, so the first thing to do is massage your head. All right, so just take your hands and squeeze your head and take about a minute with each place. The first one will be the head, the second, the ears, the third, the hands, and the fourth, the feet. All right, so you'll be doing all that while I'm introducing what we're about to do. So on Tuesday, the Lunch and Learn on Tuesday, for those of you who were here, my friend and colleague, Dr. Sherry Kelly, offered an amazing slideshow of strategies to model positivity in the home and in the workplace and in schools and beyond. And so she and I decided to do a tag team this week where she would focus mainly on the SPIRE of Whole Being Institute, which stands for spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. And she would focus primarily on the intellectual and the relational, whereas I would come in today and focus more on the spiritual, physical, and emotional. All right, so She said in a couple of her slides, reframe the negative into insightful thinking. She said, ask, is this thought joyful or useful? And if not, encourage moving on from the place of negativity or hurt. Find a pebble of positivity in every situation, and a mountain of possibilities will arise on your horizon. So with that, I want to take these insights a little further and say, well, how do we start to accomplish these little tasks when we're in distress? And that's what my life's work has been about for the last 12 years, to embody positive psychology. Because in this culture, I think our body is all but forgotten or treated with a lack of respect. So today, we are going to find ways of bringing this positivity, first of all, into the body through Let Your Yoga Dance, through relaxation, through poetry. I don't know about you, but I mean, yes, I do know about you. We've all got COVID fatigue, right? I mean, let's get this pandemic out of the way, and news fatigue. So my feeling is, in order to do that, we need to be moving. We need to sing. We've got to dance. So that's what we're going to do. So how are you doing with your massage? Have you gotten down to your hands yet, or your feet? So I'm just going to say one more thing, and then we'll just go to it. With Let Your Yoga Dance, we've got a time-honored tradition of combining yoga, qigong, user-friendly dancing under the umbrella of the chakras, the energy centers of the body. And we're having a moving celebration of spirit. And remember, the S in spirituality, the acronym, is high in this practice. So we're really feeling that joy and fun can meet deep and sacred in this practice. Okay, so I don't know where you are. How about your feet? Have you all done your feet yet? How about closing your eyes? And I'm just going to take us into a little poetry to just settle a little bit. For me, when in doubt, I turn to the poets. When not in doubt, I turn to the poets. So Angie Sullins writes, she is lit from within, they say, incandescent, as if she swallowed the moon whole. It's not that she was born under a myth or raised by a star. It's just the hope inside her chest that she refuses to extinguish. Because once, long ago, she decided to live like a lighthouse, bearing the light in unbearable times. Bearing the light in unbearable times. So with your eyes closed, we're going to start our practice by sharing the Om sound. And one of the things I love about this sound is that it's so universal. It has the sound of shalom in it. It's got a beautiful vibrational quality that can go up and down the body and out. So I'm going to ask you now, as we share this sound 3 times, to bring in 3 different beings who might need a little more joy today. All right, and we'll send it out 3 different times. All right, so we'll take a nice deep breath. And the first Om. And then take in another breath for the second person. And before we open up our eyes, just bring your hands up at about heart level. and invite your past into your one hand. This is a Qigong experience, and your future into your other hand. And then very gently bring the palms together into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. So we bring the past and the future into the present, and we have a little moment of reverence. You can offer the greeting of Namaste to yourself. I bow to my indwelling spirit, or any greeting that delights you. And then if you are on the screen, some of us are, you can just take a look and offer a namaste to either beings that you see or names that you see. All right, namaste, Hakuna Matata. So we are going to go into a first song. I'm going to put myself now on the spotlight so you can see what we do. This is a beautiful opportunity. Let's see. Let's see. Spot. There I am. Okay. So this is a beautiful Karen Drucker song that I use a lot. And it's an opportunity to settle and do a lot of different things in one go around. And I see a raised hand. Claudine, did you have a question? Or did you just happen to have your hand raised? Your hand is raised, but maybe that was just, I don't know. Yes, no? I guess not. Okay, so what we're doing is 3 different things. The first one is called havening, and some of you from the psychological world know havening already. You take your hands over your shoulders and just drag them down like this, okay? Can you do that? Just cross your arms and drag them down. Now this is very, very soothing. And ordinarily you might choose a word, you might choose a phrase that is all about self-soothing. So again, how to bring positivity into daily life. This is actually something that we can do any old time except when we're driving. All right, not so good when we're driving, but every other time. I do this sometimes if I'm on the phone having a difficult conversation and I'm on speaker, I can just do this. Now with Karen Drucker, she'll be singing, I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I'll hold myself like a newborn baby child. All right, and then the next phrase is from Kristen Neff, who does so much with self-compassion, and we make a circle around our heart. So this is a compassionate touch for your heart. This is really from our positive psychology tradition. And the words are, I will be tender with my heart. And then you can go the other direction. And then comes my favorite part of the whole song, where she says, I will only go as I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. 2 times, it takes a long time to get there. And then the 4th intervention is again, Qigong. You drop your fingers down from your clavicles until you feel a nice soft nook. And this is called the lung 2 points, the lung 2 points. And we massage this area, which is so important. These lungs know what's going on in the world, and they hold grief. So we just massage them. So that's really the whole song, all right? So we start quietly today, and then we build up and then get quiet again, all right? Does that sound like a plan? So before we go into the song, could you just write in the chat a number between 1 and 5? And what's your joy quotient this morning? So 1 is just like, oh, please, are you kidding? Ugh, there's no joy here. Or you're feeling pretty great. So 5 would be, oh, couldn't be better. And 1 is really low. So I've got 5. Oh, good. Annie's got a 5 already. Wow. You can teach this class then. So we've got lots of 3s, 4s. All right, you all are doing pretty darn well. So I don't see any 2s or 1s. Okay, so we're sort of mid-range for the most part. So let's see where we go in our practice today. So I'm going to introduce the beautiful, illustrious Karen Drucker. And if you have any issues with hearing the song, could you turn up your own volume, because I'm as high as I can go. All right. What you hear from me is what you're going to get. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put on my little camera too, so you can see me better. All right. So we take some breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we start with havening. So what needs to be soothed and calmed today in your nervous system? Havening. Inhale.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child.
Now we go to the heart.
I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go.
Now we have lung massage.
I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
All right. 3 interventions. Havening. I will be gentle with myself. I will be tender with my heart. So this is when we can offer compassion to our own heart. And then lung massage, which I really recommend we do every single day. Lung massage. I will be gentle with myself. All right? So I think that's a very powerful song. You got 3 little interventions right away. And now we're going to switch gears completely. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. So it might take me a minute. So every time I go back between sharing screen and sharing sound, I'm going to ask you to really do the little massages. So you've got the hand, the head, and the feet, because it might take me a second, okay? So let's see what we've got. This first song is pretty fun, and I want you to be able to dance along with it a little bit, all right? So when you, oops, oh gosh, there it goes. Wait a minute, hold on. So this song, uno secondo, let's see. Oh wait, did I, yeah, okay. Blink, blink, there. Now, this is where you need your umbrella. okay? Because we're going to be singing in the rain, all right? Now, here's the thing that's really fun. We're going to bump up our brain health. You're going to be dancing with one of the greatest choreographers of the entire planet. And all you have to do is look carefully and see some things that he's doing that you might be able to mimic. Not really hard things, just some. I've been doing this all week, so I've got some of his moves a little bit. And it's just so much fun. And I want to see what happens to your body, mind, spirit dancing along with the great and wonderful Gene Kelly. All right, so are you ready? Here we go.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling.
My microphone's muted.
Happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain, dancing in the rain. I'm happy again. I'm singing and dancing in the rain. Dancing and singing in the rain.
All right. Oh, my heavens. So I've got a question for you. And actually, if you want to answer it, just call out. Get yourself off mute. What did you notice by dancing with or without an umbrella with Gene Kelly rather than just watching Jean Kelly, anything that happened for you while you were experiencing that? I love that song. Anything?
I was
Cheery
happy.
notes and joy.
Yeah, Nancy? Nancy
It
Fliss?
smiled the whole time.
Good. That's great. Elaine?
I was happy again.
You were happy? And Peggy, what happened for you? What?
I got goofy.
You got goofy. Yeah. It's really interesting. Are any of you like me? I've seen this movie, I don't know, maybe 80 times, maybe 100. But did it ever occur to me to take my umbrella and play with it like that? I mean, it really boosted up my joy quotient a great deal. And I just think that that's one of the things that we're after, because, you have Barbara Fredrickson herself always telling us about the broaden and the build and of positivity resonance. And I just felt, for me personally, I got to broaden and build my positivity resonance a huge amount because of doing it with him, not only just sitting back and watching. So Abby says, musicals make me happy in general, and this has to be one of the most joyful numbers ever. Sang along with it too. Oh, did I forget to tell you to sing? Oh my heavens. So, all right, we're going to go back now to the, this next one is one of my favorite songs, but I have to show you something first. So let me just go back to me. Let's see if I can do that. Well, actually, I won't. What I'll do is I'll just say, can you say the words 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, one time sharing my screen, but I didn't get what I wanted. But anyway, here we go. Now, so we're going to play a tune that most of you know. And let me just get this thing going here. There. Okay. Now, this is from The King and I. And what you need to do is think of 1, 2, 3, because that's a polka. And you're going to do a polka with Deborah Carr and Yul Brenner, and you will sing along. Shall we dance? All right. And it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see if you can hear it okay. Uh-oh. Huh. All right. Why am I not? Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's start again. For some reason, it got muted. There.
Just being introduced.
There.
Just being introduced. I do not know you well. But when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance on a bright cloud of music? Shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On a clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen, shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
Come.
I hope you heard that. Did anybody hear it? Put a thumbs up if you heard it. Okay. So, I mean, for me, how cool is that? So, a polka, for me, I don't know about you, Caroline, but sometimes if I'm really, really upset, I will put on a piece of music, and it might be that, and I will just dance around my entire house. You know, even stepping on beds and over. I really feel that dance is really not appreciated enough in our society as a positive psychology intervention, that word intervention. It's so, I just got all energized just by listening to that. Okay, so with that, Carrie says, polkas will get your blood flowing with joy. Yeah, it's true, because I started sweating. In fact, I have to take this thing off. I started sweating with that. Deirdre says therapeutic. It's therapeutic to dance. Yeah, I always say that Let Your Yoga Dance it's not therapy per se, but it is therapeutic indeed. So, and Deirdre said, I'm going to dance with him. Oh, I think I'm not sure if you're talking about Gene Kelly or Yul Brenner, but I'll take both of them anytime. They're so wonderful. All right, so now we're going to go, excuse me, I've got a cough. Excuse me. So now we're going to go into, I was going to do this on I was going to share a video clip, but I see that we're out of time for that. So we're all going to do it ourselves. So this is a very important song to me. It was the only Broadway song the only Broadway show I ever auditioned for, because I wanted to get up on that line and I wanted to go to the Schubert Theater and be on that stage. So I auditioned for chorus line, knowing that I wasn't going to get it because I can't do triple pirouettes by any shape or form. So I'm going to put myself on Spotlight for a while, all right? So we're all going to become chorus dancers, okay? Now, you need to be up. Unless you are injured, please don't sit there. That's a waste of your life. Do you have a hat? Okay, you have to have a hat. A floppy hat will do. Oh, Caroline's got a bowler hat. That's very fun. So we're going to do a little chorus dancing. Now, I've taken that choreography and tried to simplify it, not only for myself, but for you. So we're just going to go back and forth, and I'm not going to speak much because I don't know how much my voice will cover over the music. But we're going to walk back and forth. We'll play a little bit with our hats. We'll put them on and off, just doing, and you can, of course, do whatever you want to do, because this practice is called Let Your Yoga Dance. But if you want to follow along with me, feel free. The music starts pretty softly, and then it'll get a little louder. And if you're anything like me, you know the song like the back of your hand, so feel free to. All right, give yourselves a big round of applause. Oh my heavens. Oh, how are you doing? I'm going to remove my spotlight. Check in with each other. I am a sweaty wildcat. How are you doing? Did you feel like you were up on that line? Somebody's talking, but I don't know who it is. So, okay, Elaine has a big thumbs up. I do love that song. So, just notice, and I know some people don't like musicals, so this might not be touching all of you. But if you do, yep, Claudine, I'm with you. I'm out of breath, but I feel wonderful. If you can just put on, I know, you might go, it's a Band-Aid. Well, for me, I've done pretty well in COVID. I've done pretty well, and what have I done? I've done this. Basically, my whole life has been about teaching during this last year and 7 crazy months. But I get to do this a lot, and it builds the endorphins. You know that. It just, see how you're feeling? Well, I get to do this every week. So anyway, oh, Abby, you got the job. We all got the job. That's what's so much fun about doing this together without having it be an audition. That's why I left New York. I hated auditions. Ugh. Okay. So now we're going to move on and slow this puppy down a little bit, okay? Boy, I am sweating like bullets. So this next song is called Listening, and I'll put myself back on speaker, and this brings in the practice of American Sign Language, which I love and adore. So these are some simple signs from American Sign Language. And this song has in it the character strength of forgiveness. And that's not a really, unfortunately, even though I want it to be my top strength, it isn't. It's like number 19, which is pretty low. My top strength is appreciation of beauty and excellence. So this song, she's singing, can we remember to love more? And of course, if you've noticed in COVID, loving more is imperative. It's imperative. So here's some sign language. We. Can you just bring your index finger and cross your chest? We. Can we? Can we remember? Now, the sign for remember is bring your thumb to your head and then down to your other thumb. Remember. Isn't that great? I love this language so much. Can we remember to love more? And more is this. Okay, so it goes like this. Can we remember to love? Make a fist. When you're doing American Sign Language, the sign for love is with a fist. Can we remember to love more? It's the only thing. Can you just slap the palm of your hand and then move it over? Isn't that a great sign? Thing. It's the only thing. It's the only thing on this earth. So you have a fist and you take your finger and just wrap it around your wrist. It's the only thing on this earth we are here for. And then it goes again. Can we remember who we were before? And just for the sign for before, just shove your hand over your shoulder. I think that's a great sign too, before. Can we remember who we were before? Can we remember to love more? That's it. That's all you have to do. And I'll be doing it with you. And no, I just want to make sure that those of you who love sign language and are maybe even a part of the American Sign Language world, I'm not doing every word. This is a dance and you wouldn't be able to learn it that fast and we'd be having to go like this. I want you to move your feet. I want you to dance this song as we're doing these little gestures together. It's a love song and it's a song also of forgiveness. And towards the end, we will actually come into Qigong practice, just moving the arms up and down with breath. That's where I know I'll be able to get my breath back because my breath ran away from me during all those fast songs. So we'll bring our arms up and down. And remember with Qigong, we need to coordinate breath with movement. So we inhale up and we exhale down, okay? One of my favorite songs by the great illustrious Linda Wurster, and I will send you the playlist, so don't worry about not knowing what the music is. I'll send it to you.
Can we remember to love more? It's the only thing on this earth we are here for. Can we remember who we were before? Can we remember to love more?
Now we'll come into some Qigong.
You did it again. And now I must let go of the idea that you always listen to me. We're needing forgiveness, but still I reacted to what I was afraid of, what I think you might see. And you feel whatever you feel, though we both feel lost and lonely, caught in this circle of fear and despair, saying over and over, if only.
Now we begin again.
It's the only thing on this earth we are here for. Can we remember who we were before? Can we remember to love more?
We remember to love more. That's such a wonderful question to ask ourselves over and over and over again. Can we remember to love more? Now, I'm going to ask you at this point if you'd be able, willing to find a spot in your space where you could actually take a little rest. It could be a chair, it could be lying on the floor and putting your legs up the wall. It really depends on you. One of the great strategies, I feel, for bringing positivity, positive psychology into our daily life is, am I rested? And can I take little moments of savoring the day, savoring my life? I luckily have a hammock here, and as the weather remains nice, I go out on that hammock every time I possibly can. And you see the trees behind me, so I'm really, really blessed up here in New England. So I want to also, before you lie down, I'm going to put this is really old school. I'm going to put this right up here. Hopefully you can see it. These are the positive emotions of Barbara Fredrickson. And I'd just like you to take a look at these little balloons and see if any of them have come into your heart in the last hour. So we have joy, we have gratitude, we have serenity, interest, and good old hope, which is Caroline's real landmark, positive psychologist that she is. We have awe. I can't read this backwards. We have inspiration. We have amusement, pride, and love. Now, pride is interesting because if you don't consider that you're a dancer, which is bogus because we're all dancers. We are all dancers, and that's just all there is to it. We might not be on the Broadway stage, but we're all dancers of life. And Caroline just wrote in, God bless her, all of those wonderful 10 positive emotions. So would you please think of those as you go to your little spot to rest? So again, you don't need to be looking at this screen at all. Give your eyes a rest. In fact, let's start this practice by rubbing our palms together. This was not on my planning list, but as I always tell my trainees, planning is priceless, plans are useless. And then just bring these warm prana-filled hands, energized hands, chi-filled hands over your eyes. And let them stay there for about 20 seconds. Rest. Let the eyes rest. So see where you'd like to be, as I said, and you can be on your back, your side, your belly, you can be in a chair, but wherever you are and whatever you are, place you've chosen. Ask yourself now, can I give myself permission to be? Can I relax 5% more? And when we do that, grace appears. Amazing grace. that I have a candle in my hands and I'm waving it at each one of you. I'm sending the loving with the candle light. And thoughts are, may you be happy. May you know peace. May you have peace of well-being. May you live in harmony and grace. May you be free from suffering. May you be protected and safe. May you be contented, clean. May your body, mind, and grace. May your life unfold with ease. And as you stay resting for this next minute or so, listen to these words from our beloved Joan Borshenko from her Pocketful of Miracles. As you know, I just was sharing metta, loving kindness, with you, and she writes, "The cultivation of virtue through loving kindness is both a selfless act and one that the Dalai Lama calls wise selfish. The reason for that is simple. Every action calls forth a reaction, so that we must respect the potential effects of our deeds. The immediate reaction to a kind act is that we feel happy doing it. The long-term benefits of kindness are as far-reaching as the ripples of time, since they are handed down from generation to generation." So take some breaths. If you're lying down, could you slowly make your way back up, but take your time. It's so rude to be a jack in the box. The pace of the body is slow. The pace of the breath is slow. The pace of life is slow. Moving slowly, and then when you come on back up to sitting, with your eyes closed, check inside. Do a little scan from feet to crown and ask yourself, what was my joy quotient when I began? What was my energy like? And where is it now? Where is it now? And you can ask yourself 3 wise questions, I think, as we end our practice today. And that is, what did I learn? What did I learn? And the next question is, what gives me hope? What did I learn? What gives me hope? And therefore, what will I do? And it could be as simple as just sending metta, loving kindness out, even in your mind's eye to a beloved. And that is a great act of positive psychology, spirituality, yoga, and of course, let your yoga dance. So Joanne says she learned to slow down, and Elaine said, dance, dance, dance. So we're just about at time. So you could keep writing in the chat, or if anybody has anything from those questions or anything that came up for you as you were moving with Broadway, with quiet, with Qigong, feel free to just unmute yourself and let us in on a little moment of your life.
Megha, your words were so beautiful during the metta kindness meditation. Some went in and out for me. Can you repeat some of them just so we can have that for the recording?
The metta resolves that I was saying, is
Mhm.
that what you would like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do it again. And instead of staring into the screen, feel free to close your eyes. May you be happy. May you know peace. May you have ease of well-being. May you live in harmony and grace. May you be free from suffering. May you be protected and safe. May you feel contented and pleased. May your body, mind, spirit be lifted in grace. May your life unfold smoothly with ease.
Gorgeous.
That's just, you can make up your own, you can make up your own metta resolves, which is really fun. You don't have to always feel that the ancients got all the fun and all the creativity. Become an ancient yourself. And I have a lot, actually, I wanted to just let you know that in my book, Expanding Joy, I have a whole bunch of metta in there, and a lot of what we did is in that book as well, Expanding Joy, so feel free to take a look at it. And the poet was Angie Sullins, Sullins. And don't worry, I'm going to send that to you. I'm going to send JCC pretty much everything I offered. So I hate it when I go to a webinar and go, oh no, I can't get that. I love that. And I'll send you the music, not the actual pieces of music. That would be piracy, but I will send you a playlist so that then you can go to iTunes or whatever you do and get it. And maybe the artist will get 10 cents. I like to really love on our artists.
Yeah.
So,
Megha, can you tell us where we can get your book? And I know you have classes as well.
yeah,
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
if you want to come to yoga and qigong this afternoon, come look at. So I'm just going to put my website. You see that? LetYourYogaDance.com. LetYourYogaDance.com. And I have a little store where my book is, and I have a DVD, an MP4 of this. I also have a practice called Moving with Your Strengths, which is all the character strengths of positive psychology that I put to movement. Because I feel that it's better to move than just to think about character strengths. It's actually good to get them embodied inside us. So
Beautiful. Megha, thank you so much. As always, it's great to see you. And I know that I feel a big smile in my whole body from being with you. And I got a hat, and I've got my umbrella, and I've got my water. I'm ready for anything. Yeah. I just wanted to remind everybody that next Tuesday, Kathy Washburn is back. She's from Carving with Cancer, Carved by Cancer, and she's going to be talking about thriving. And on Thursday, we have Cara Coleman, who's going to be talking about grit. So what a wonderful intro to our October month. Of course, it's Breast Cancer Awareness. We have Broadway Best for breast cancer on Monday. And everyone, it's just so good to see you. It's great to be back. Thank you, Megha, for coming back for your 16th Positive Psychology Hour. Hard to imagine that there's been so many. We're going to continue the series. You said that you want to continue, so we will do so. We're listening to you. And now I'm going to take all the spotlights off and let you unmute yourself and just thank you to our amazing, amazing host, who is Megha.
Thank you, Megha.
Thank
Thank
you.
It was wonderful.
Love,
Thank you, Megha.
love.
Megha.
Thank
Love
you.
you so much.
Love you like a love song, baby.
Like a love song.
I love it. All right, everybody.
Oh,
Have a
so
good week.
wonderful.
Bye.
Well,
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Stay well, stay safe, and take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you. Loved it.